Hello and welcome back to Dillard Trading Services. Walter Dillard here once again. So today I wanted to be straightforward and honest with you about the start of this process here. Because the people I'm taking on into this opportunity, I want these people to be serious. I want you to be serious about this opportunity. I'm not saying Yakuza cut off your pinky serious about this opportunity, but I mean just to come into this with a serious attitude and wanting it to be something that you're going to build upon that's ultimately going to get you where you want to go in life, okay? Because let's be honest about life, What does everybody want? What does everybody want in life? I'm going to say it pretty simply. People want to have pleasure and to avoid pain. End of day, I'm a psychology major for a reason. Everybody wants pleasure and they want a lack of pain. Those things are very straightforward. They're very obvious. And yet, so many people miss that, okay? So when it comes to people starting out their journey towards success, a lot of people think that what they need is a huge amount of money. They think, I need $10 million. I need $100 million. I need $10 billion. I need $1 trillion, etc. A lot of people think, I need so much money that everything is so easy and I can do everything and everybody loves me. And wherever I go, I always have the fanciest car and I'm always driving in my Ferrari and I'm always wearing my, most expensive Rolex. And I always have this massively great, Armani suit and I already have this. And then, of course, I go to these restaurants and everybody loves me. I always have, the hottest girlfriend, the hottest wife here. I've always got this. I've always got that. Like everybody wants those kind of things. I always want to take my helicopter to my important job where I'm working to save the world while making, $100 million a second, whatever it is, okay? Everybody wants that kind of stuff, okay? So we can start out there in terms of what you want. Everybody's wants are kind of endless. Like you think about what you really want. You have, your Aladdin magic genie lamp. You can just rub it and get what you want. There are a lot of things you want, to be honest, and that's the case. But then let's think about lower down. What do you actually need and what is actually going to get you to the next level? Because success is not a giant leap from, okay, I am completely broke like Aladdin here, and I rub my lamp, and now I'm a trillionaire, okay? That's not how success works, okay? It's going to be a stair-step pattern. You walk up one step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and the next step, And if you're talented, maybe you'll take them two at a time instead of one at a time, but still, it's a stair-step pattern to success here, okay? There's no easy way to just take the elevator straight to the top floor. It's a case where you gotta do it stair step by stair step. So with that being the situation, it's important to think about what you actually want. And personally, this took me a long time because I was always one of those believers of, they say dream big, so I'll think, I should have $400 billion and I should do this and I should do that, okay? Everybody thinks like that. It's easy to dream big like that, but it's also not really realistic. It's something that's way out there and you just, it's a fantasy, so it's easy to say, I want that, but do you actually want it? More importantly, do you actually need it, okay? So what is it you actually need right now for your current lifestyle? What about for the next step up in your lifestyle? It's important to think the next step ahead instead of thinking 80 steps ahead, okay? It's one of those things where you gotta just think a little bit ahead in terms of what you need and what you want next. And to be somewhat realistic. I'm not saying don't be unrealistic. You can be unrealistic about what you want in the long term, but you also got to have a realistic plan to get there in the short term. To me personally, I think that what everybody needs is enough money to be able to cover their expenses without batting an eye, to have a lot of leftover money to be able to enjoy their life and to invest in their future, okay? To me, that's personally what everybody needs, is enough money to pay their rent or their mortgage, to be able to pay for all the food they want, to be able to eat out at good restaurants. I'm not saying eat out at the fanciest place, 30 days out of the month here, but just to be able to eat good food when you want to eat good food, you know? It's really not that complicated to have that desire, and that's what you should go for, is to be able to have that next level where you can eat the food you want to eat. You can go where you want to go within reason. I'm not saying you have to, be able to afford a private jet, to always fly to the south of France, to always be able to hang out in champagne and drink champagne. I'm not saying anything like that. It's something you may want someday, but let's start out at the beginning. What you really want right now, and be honest with me here, what you really want right now is that next step up. You want to stop having to work all the damn time so hard for other people so that those people can get rich. You want to be able to work more for yourself in a way that is productive and successful, where those that help you can make more money in the process, but where you make the most money, where you are the one who is working hard and you're succeeding, and your success directly relates to your passive income. Income, as I said, that is passive. One that is just going to come in and day out and is not going to disappear. It's not going to be a case where you go on vacation for a month and then suddenly is gone, So to me, that is the thing. It is about being able to earn enough to get to that point where you can get the things you want to in life while also setting aside a reasonable amount of cash to invest into the future, to be able to build a stronger nest egg for the future. To me, that is the desire that everybody has and burns with in the short term. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we are all about here, okay? We're all about teaching you the right skills and the right ability here to be able to go out and to earn that passive income so that you can have that enough money to be able to build that. And then from that foundation, to be able to spiral straight up into the stratosphere, okay? That's what we're all about here at Dillard Trading Services. So let's move on. Let's get past this overview stuff and let's get on into the nitty gritty. Excited to see you there. Cheers to you.